You're about to watch the first installment of Videomaker's Deconstructing Cinematography Volume 2.
Now we wanted to remind everyone that the forthcoming segments in this series, as well as the Deconstructing Editing series, can be found for a limited time at Videomaker.com.
To check it out, click on the link in the description below.
For more great content, go to Videomaker.com. 4 times the video. Articles, forums, reviews, and more. Videomaker.com.
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Andy. Welcome to Videomaker's Deconstructing Cinematography, where we examine great movie scenes known for spectacular cinematography and then break them down to find out exactly why they're so highly revered.
Now we're going to take a look at a scene from the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Released in 2007, this film's stunning cinematography earned Roger Deakins an Academy Award nomination.
In this scene, the James gang lies in wait to rob a train.
The glorious Union is dripping with our blood. Hate the striped banner, it is all I could. Ooh, I'm a good old rebel. Now that's just what I am. And for the Yankee nation, right on schedule, Buck.
Snuff those lanterns! Look at those fools. They're gonna trip and shoot each other and females.
I bet you I can find them husbands if they do.
Wow, that scene was impressive. Dan, what'd you think?
Well, I thought the most impressive part about that really was the fact that they're shooting at night.
Yeah.
And as you know, when you shoot at night, it's pretty tough to find available light to make it look natural and also to light up the scene well enough that you don't get that high ISO or high gain that gives you that noise in the black areas of your scenes, you know? So they did a really good job of using things like the lanterns there of those guys to light up their faces.
Yeah.
And also the train when it came around the edge as well. But the lanterns were kind of a really cool thing.
The crazy thing, like, you don't even know how many lights were actually in that scene until you start, like, analyzing it. There was a 5K on the front of the train to light up everything.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then there was, like, little runner lights on the side of the train to light up all the smoke that comes off of it.
And that looked great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lanterns actually had dimmed 300-watt bulbs.
There it is.
With foil on one side, so you
Right.
can still see the flicker of the flame.
Right, but bright enough light that you don't have to bring your camera's ISO up to some ridiculous level.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, you know, the other thing, too, is if you looked at the people that were being lit by these lanterns, too, the cinematographer wasn't trying to fill in that shadow light with some other light that would make it look, you know, a little bit more, you know, what you would call like a three-point lighting. He actually just let that happen. He let those natural shadows stay. I don't know if you noticed, but it was very contrasty. One side of their face was like almost black.
Yeah.
The other side was really well lit. But that helped you, think of the nighttime. Because
Yeah.
at night, you do have that kind of a situation happening. I thought that was
They're
pretty cool.
also evil, so that actually
Yeah,
helps with what
more
they're-
contrast on evil characters usually means they're evil, right?
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Now, speaking of that train that was coming by too, when it came around the edge, it was kind of an interesting selection of shots to use this light from the train through the trees. Did you notice that?
When it came around the bend with all the smoke,
Right.
it really lit up the scene. And as it was like going through the trees, I was wondering, I was like, okay, where are the guys? Is this the scene where I see the guys? No.
Yeah.
Cuts to the other side. No.
Right.
And then it shows the guys with their masks.
Wasn't that creepy?
Oh man.
Yeah.
They were just standing there, just letting it go by, because they knew what they were doing.
Right.
And they were just standing there, all ominous.
Yeah. And that also reminded me of the main character himself, who was just kind of standing there on the tracks.
Yeah.
And the coolest part was, as the train got really close, most of us would have started running for our lives at that point, just to make sure he didn't mess up. But he just stood there like he knew exactly what was going down. He's done this a million times before, and he was going to rob this train.
The smoke just enveloped
him, and then that felt like a really good way to end that scene and kind of go into the next scene there, because it kind of almost went to white, really, which is pretty cool. But with a natural steam to white kind of transition. So I thought that was really cool too. And I don't know if you noticed this as well, but I'm sure you did. The amount of sparks coming out of that train when it was stopping was something that you probably wouldn't naturally see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet it seemed natural to us because I don't know if you're a train operator, I'm not. But to me, like that looked kind of realistic because there's going to be some kind of sparks. But it was a little bit, there was quite a bit of sparks coming out of there. But that helped though because there was a scene there, if you remember, where they just kind of went along and you saw the guys on the side with their creepy masks, but you saw the sparks kind of coming in front of the scene as well.
The thing before that was really interesting was the camera was on the tracks and the train hit it.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking as an audience, wait, oh my gosh, oh my, and then it just goes with the train.
Right, so now, why did they do that, do you think, and how did they do that actually?
They put a piece of foam and they put the camera on top like the little dolly on the track to take out some of the rumble that the train was creating.
Okay, but I saw a little shake still.
Yeah,
right, but
to leave it there because it was on a track and everyone there would feel some rumble.
right.
And then they put a reflector right under the camera to reflect some of the light back onto the train.
True, yeah.
Because if it was just the light, it would completely wash out. It would just be black underneath it.
Right,
So,
right.
and since it was coming like straight at our faces, it needed some of that light to figure out what we were looking at.
Otherwise you would have seen black basically on the train the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, we'd love to talk more about the Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, but just saying the entire title already has me out of breath here, so hold on. Okay. In our next segment, we'll check out a riveting scene from Children of Men.
Director Alfonso Cuarón and cinematographer Emmanuel Lubezki pushed the boundary of single-take shooting to give this film a realistic documentary feel.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.